dragging them and its crew down to the deep, dark, cold waters of the Norwegian Sea. Sea monsters. The ocean's secrets. The ship listed. The crew moved around and scrambled on the wooden decks of the Greek galleon as its sails protested against whatever was holding it captive. The noise of the timbers creaking and groaning because of the pressure its very hull was being subjected to, and it drowned out the cries of the crew member as they looked at the image of their demise. The image of Cetus, the one true sea monster. But all of this was drowned out by the monster's groan as its bulk consumed the vessel. So now we've met Cetus, probably the first ever recorded sea monster. A monster who was tasked with carrying out the bidding of Poseidon, the god of the oceans. And then there's the Kraken. It's described as a large monstrous cephalopod, an octopus-like creature that rises from the depths of the Norwegian fjords to wrap its arms around vessels before dragging them and its crew down to the deep, dark, cold waters of the Norwegian Sea. One opinion is that these monolithic beasts only started to be documented in line with the timeline that man started to sail the oceans. Now, if this is the case, wouldn't it then be said that as man's understandings of these oceans grew in line with scientific knowledge, then these beasts themselves would dissolve to within the water that they swam, only to be reappearing and decorating ancient maritime scripts and maps? But they are not. On the 30th of April 1918, off the southwest coast of Scotland, a German U-boat captain was captured. When he was questioned, he was unflinching in his answers, and he said that while his vessel had rose that night, it was attacked by a large sea monster with glowing red eyes, horns whose large white teeth shimmered in the moonlight. And it was in fact the damage that the U-boat had sustained during this attack that rendered it unable to dive once more, and that is what led to its capture. Are these events so implausible because actually it's we that become the hunted? That we are trespassers in a realm that we do not truly understand? And that we cannot exist without some form of mechanical intervention? And then these great beasts, these sea monsters, track us from within the wakes of our vessels before exacting their vengeance upon our vessel and the crew. Many people believe that Loch Ness in Scotland still homes a sea monster. Now, if you think about it, if you look at the volume of water enclosed within Loch Ness, then isn't it feasible that the oceans of the world could still house and be home to sea monsters? The oceans of our world cover 70% of it, leaving only 30% for land and basically the majority of air-breathing creatures. Now, within this 30% of land, already this year 23 new species have been discovered by scientists. New species are being discovered within our oceans and seas, but these numbers are reduced because of the inaccessibility of our oceans. However, in 1938, a coelacanth, a large fish, was caught off the coast of South Africa. Now, this fish itself supposedly died out 66 million years ago, when reference to it can be found within the fossil record. The possibility of the megladon shark still inhabiting our oceans swims across the minds of many. This, buoyed by the fact that carcasses have appeared washed up on our beaches that display large bite marks and trauma. This is turning the tide of skepticism. Whether you agree with the concept that sea monsters do actually exist or not, you must be open to the fact that our oceans and the sea creatures that dwell within them do possess qualities that are difficult to fathom and understand. After all, it has been scientifically proven that the bowhead whale itself has a lifespan of over 200 years. Now, if you think about that, it actually means that a whale that is swimming the oceans of the world today would have possibly seen its kin pursued by men in whaling boats. But what does this actually mean? The undersea world to us humans is inaccessible without intervention and support. And when we do actually enter this realm, we do so with a barrage of lights and propellers that generate vibration. Is it then no wonder why we've never actually captured a sea monster, let alone on film? Or could it not be said that the conjoined oceans and seas of the world are the one true monster? Its depths giving girth to this beast, and the distance between the north and south poles giving its true size. The riptides, currents and waves displaying the monster's temper, with those that sail upon it being nothing but irritating parasites. As ever, I will leave it up to you to decide whether you believe that these great monolithic beasts inhabit our oceans or have ever existed. Or to you, is the principle or the theory that they have just dead in the water?